GTF, there's GTF, which is
GTF,
which is a federation called Global Taekwondo Federation.
Thank you very much.
They have 9.
Although with a black belt, you could pretty much say what you want here.
They have 9 degrees.
Uh-huh.
Whereas in ITF, which is International Taekwondo Federation,
Uh-huh.
which is what me and my father are, there's only 8.
Right.
And there's only maybe 1 or 2 in the world that are 8th dan.
Now, can I ask, because I was asking your dad right at the start about the different taekwondos. There's the ITF, there's the GTF, 9 degrees of GTF. But which is the one that's the Olympic sport, or is that a kind of unified?
That's WTF.
WTF. What? Uh-huh.
WTF is World Taekwondo Federation.
Uh-huh.
It's okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to say one martial art's better than the other.
Uh-huh.
However, Taekwondo means the art of hand and foot fighting.
Yeah.
In the Olympics, you watch the Taekwondo, you don't see many hands getting thrown about the place. A lot of it's just kicking.
Right.
Whereas...
It's all right, Vicky. Don't you worry, you can use your hands and your feet today, okay?
I was just hoping to use my head.
Well, that's something that you don't use, is it? As a
weapon.
As a weapon.
I've seen it happen before.
Uh-huh.
When you go to Taekwondo, though, it is supposed to be your hands and your feet.
Uh-huh.
So when you go to the Olympics and you see this kind of martial art, they're only using their legs.
Okay.
You enjoy it, it looks good, but at the same time it's not 100% of the actual martial art itself.
Yes, and there's more to martial arts than just the physical aspect and the competition, isn't there? It's an attitude of mind, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And in the process as well, what you do is you find that lots of people from different walks of life come to it for different reasons.
Uh-huh.
And what we try and do is teach the tenets of Taekwondo, which is self-control, indomitable spirit. You know? Thank you. So there's quite a lot there.
Uh-huh.
So we try and teach that as well. And if we can build up someone's confidence enough just for them to stand up for themselves, that's all we ask.
All right.
That's what I need.
Yeah, but
Confidence.
okay. So I would guess there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people who have thought, martial art would do me good. But I know about the discipline, but it's the time thing. So how much time would you have to devote, John? I mean, you started later in life.
Started at 42.
42. Can I ask how old you are now?
54.
54. So in 12 years, you've come up through all these times. How many hours a week do you practice and train?
I train probably maximum 2 hours a week.
Right.
Just now, because I've got so many clubs.
Uh-huh.
However, when we're taking part in clubs, we're keeping ourselves quite fit in the process.
Uh-huh.
But training itself, I would like to do more. It's just trying to find the time.
However,
What about you, David?
just now I'm roughly about 2-3 hours just now.
Right.
However, maybe 2-3 years ago, before the clubs really started picking up,
Uh-huh.
I was doing it 5 nights a week.
Right.
And every night it's maybe 2-3 hours.
Uh-huh.
So you're talking 15 hours a week kind of thing.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Before you get a PlayStation?
That's what it was. That's
Right.
what it used to be. But now most of our time and effort spent on looking after our clubs, looking after our students.
Right.
Obviously you need to keep yourself fit and keep yourself active so you can teach the students the best you can. However, you still need to spend a lot more time with them than you can with yourself.
Gotcha. I understand that, yep. And would the ultimate goal be to go over to Korea and maybe take
Just
testing over there? You've been?
Well, we were actually in Korea last year.
Right.
We brought back 7 medals. I brought back 2. David brought back 5. Excellent experience. We're very fortunate in our sport. We travel all over the world.
Uh-huh.
And what we are going to maybe mention as well is we're actually part of United Taekwondo Federation,
Right.
where you're talking about different organisations.
UTF then?
UTF.
Oh, for goodness
Yeah.
sake.
You know, and again, looking at the structure they've got, we're very fortunate because we get graded as well.
Right.
So every 6 months we have to grade. So that's why we have to keep ourselves, as David says, we have to keep ourselves fit. We have to train too, because we're learning all the time. And there's an excellent process in where you do different seminars because certain patterns maybe a certain punch or a certain block may change.
Right.
So we have to keep up to date for that, as we can teach our students that.
Okay. Well, you've got a more than willing student in Miss Johnston here. So would you like to maybe, David, are you going to put her through her paces if you'd like to go over to...
Definitely my side.
Obviously, there's not a huge amount of space here. I'm sure you're used to having a wee bit more. But Vicky is going to learn a few Taekwondo moves. So David, if you just explain what you're going to do with her, please.
No bother. Right, when you're starting off the class, most of Taekwondo, what they do is you line the children up, or the adults, students, all in the kind of in order. Then you put your feet together,
Okay.
your toes wide apart, hands on by your side like so,
Like a penguin.
like a penguin. That's
Okay.
it. From here, what the instructor would shout was chariots, which you come to here. Then they shout kyongi. So when you shout kyongi, you bow this way. Okay.
Okay.
However,
Uh-huh.
what we've started doing now, to show respect, the student should be staying down lower until the instructor comes up.
Okay.
So for instance, if I was down with Vicky, you ready? Chariots kyongi, take one.
Right.
If I don't come up, Vicky needs to stay down.
Right.
However, if Vicky does come up you go.
Whoa.
What we do,
You came up too early there, Vicky.
you give them 10 push-ups. On you go.
You kidding me on?
10
Push-ups.
push-ups. Seriously?
I'm a woman.
I know.
Can she do a press up on her knees? Can she not do? Vicky Johnston, look at this. These are impressive.
It's only 4.
It's all right. I'm counting. That's 9 and 10.
There
Well
we
done.
Oh.
I was never
So we
good.
do.
Never good with numbers.
We start off there. After that, we give them a bit more of a warm-up, okay? So a lot of the stuff is you do a lot of star jumps, you do run up and down the hall, more push-ups, more sit-ups.
Right.
After that, we get into a thing called patterns. Now patterns, there's a thing, in karate it'd be called kata, okay? In Taekwondo, it's known as patterns or tulls. In the pattern, what it is, it's a series of movements against an imaginary opponent.
Okay. Can you show Vicky a couple of them then, please?
I'll show one.
Okay.
Alright, so from here, your very first one,
Right.
go here, your right hand, your right leg's going to go forward with a punch.
Right, okay.
This is called Sajidarugi, just watch it for the minute.
Sajidarugi.
So from here, you do this, you do a punch. After that, you come in, you turn face that way,
Round 90
then you
degrees.
go back,
Uh-huh.
low block. After that, you step forward punch again.
Right.
You
Right.
turn 90 degrees to the left again. You go back, low block. After that, you go forward punch again. You turn 90 degrees to the left, low block. Forward punch. And that's how easy your first one is.
There you
That's a
are.
wee bit like the Macarena, really.
That was.
Going round and stuff.
Oh,
It's,
Vicky.
it's fairly easy, the first one.
And
However, you
another
get a
10
lot of
push-ups, I fear, coming along.
However, you
yeah,
get a lot of people that's coordination isn't very good. So this one, it's great to start them off.
Okay, just a quick one then, David. We're pushed for time, yeah.
After that, you get a wee bit higher ones. So there's one in black belt, which is called Kwange, for instance.
Kwange.
That one's a lot harder, a lot more technical things in
Okay.
it. It's a wee bit longer, so I'm not going to do that one just now.
Okay, wouldn't
However,
expect
just a
her to
wee
do that.
example. Alright.
Okay.
After that, you also do a thing called self-defense. So for instance, if you grab me with your opposite hand, grab me here,
Right,
okay?
Go for it.
So Vicky's.
And only grabbing it lightly, you trap her hand, you come across this way.
Oh, right.
I'm not doing a lot of power.
Right. I'll
It
need to
hurts.
try and describe that. Vicky has put her right hand on David's right wrist, and then he traps her hand with his left hand, and then just turns his right hand over 90 degrees, and Vicky's hand goes with it, and it's not actually meant to buckle that way.
And there's a wee bit of wrist cracking as well.
Well, listen, guys, I know that we're kind of pushed for time here, and we can only give a wee bit of a flavour to our listeners, but it is a growing sport. Congratulations to you guys on the medals that you brought back from South Korea. I think it was South Korea, not North
Yes.
Korea. Right? That would be just the single country Taekwondo. Vicky,
Yes.
thank you for that.
No problem.
And David as
You-
well. I hear
and you-
you've got a wee baby coming in.
Yeah,
Oh, congratulations.
my fiance's overdue by, I think it's 9 days now.
Going to be a
um,
new Taekwondo champion.
Hopefully. All I
Thank
found to be sleep suits have got to be taekwondo everything.
All right, well, we really should let you go then. There are places you should be. Gents, thank you very much for coming in. In just a moment, we're going to be...